It's wonderful to be here in this wonderful new building at one of the great universities of the world. As you know, innovation is driving job growth and economic recovery in our city. And our efforts to foster innovation through small business incubators and collaborative initiatives with the city's academic institutions are a big reason why New York continues to create new private sector jobs far faster than the rest of the nation. And today, as I announced in yesterday's State of the City speech, we're launching a new public-private venture that will fuel innovation in a sector of our economy where innovation is key, and that is clean energy technology. New York's new Urban Technology Innovation Center will be headquartered right here at Columbia University. The center will be a consortium among Columbia, the City University of New York, the Polytechnic Institute of New York University, and the city's Economic Development Corporation, which is represented here today by its president, Seth Pinsky. And it will be the go-to site for linking academic researchers, established and emerging clean tech businesses, and the design firms, utilities, and business owners eager to test and adapt clean energy technology. To get it started, the center is receiving $250,000 from EDC, as well as staff and other resources valued at roughly $500,000 from the participating academic institutions. The center also will be supported by annual fees ranging from $1,000 to $50,000 from member companies, contractors, and nonprofit organizations. And a number of firms and organizations, including IBM, have already expressed an interest in joining the center. The center will have three basic functions. It will facilitate research, it will disseminate information and build a clean tech community through roundtables, publications, and its website, and most importantly, it will connect green pioneers as well as established firms to real estate developers and building owners. Right now, there aren't enough connections between these groups, and so neither is fully aware of the opportunities that the other has to offer. For example, if a participating technology company has developed a chemical window coating that it thinks will conserve heat and therefore reduce energy costs, it could offer to test that product at no cost or at a discounted price at buildings owned by center members. That would give the building owners the potential benefits of the technology. At the same time, it would provide the tech companies with data that could help it improve its product, as well as a site for demonstrating the product to other customers. Such demonstrations would track the costs, benefits, and lessons learned from clean tech deployment, including use of renewable energy or energy-efficient materials throughout New York. And all New Yorkers will benefit as a result from such efforts. We gain the new jobs created by clean tech companies. We also gain from the energy cost savings, which will keep more money in the pockets of New Yorkers. And making New York's buildings greener and more energy efficient is a major goal of our Plan YC sustainability agenda and of the groundbreaking Greater Greener Buildings Plan, which we worked with the City Council to enact into law back in 2009. Now, this new Urban Technology Innovation Center is just the latest example of the partnerships our administration has forged with academic institutions and the private sector to help bring research and development out of the lab and into the real economy. They've been a key part of our strategy to bring New York back from the national recession and lay the foundation for the city's future economic growth. Last June, for example, along with Columbia and NYU-Poly, we launched an NYC Media Lab designed to foster academic and private sector collaboration in new media research and development. And the Varick Street Incubator that we created in 2009 in collaboration with NYU-Poly has been, I'm happy to say, a resounding success. Its tenants, some of whom we put in the spotlight at the State of the City yesterday, have raised more than $20 million in private sector financing and have created more than 110 new jobs in such fields as green technology, fashion, and information technology. And as we also mentioned in yesterday's speech, we're intent on expanding the city's expertise in applied sciences and engineering to help strengthen our position as a global leader in the innovation economy. We've got some very high hopes that the Urban Technology Innovation Center will be the newest chapter in New York's innovation economy success story. So on that note, let me turn the floor over to the Senior Executive Vice President of Columbia University, Robert Kasten.
Thank you. On behalf of the Columbia University community and President Lee Bollinger, good morning and welcome. Mayor Bloomberg, thank you for returning today to Columbia University for this announcement. At one of your recent Global Cities conferences that was held here at Columbia, you spoke about the critical role of sustainability in building our urban future, and nowhere more so than in New York City. Columbia is committed to making the Urban Technology Innovation Center a success, along with the many other partnerships you referred to, for improving the environment and the economy that we have developed with the city, with our colleagues at other universities in the city, and the private sector. I'd like to recognize EDC Commissioner Seth Pinsky, who has played a critical role in helping us on this, as well as our academic partners in this venture. President Hulton of Polytech Institute of New York University, Vice Chancellor Small of the City University of New York, Buzz Paswell of CCNY, and also Dr. Jane Snowden, who's the senior researcher at IBM. At Columbia University School of Engineering and Applied Sciences, we are fortunate to benefit from the dynamic leadership of Dean Feniaski-Penemora and our Senior Associate Dean Jack McCourty, who is the Executive Director of the Center for Technology Innovation and Community Engagement. Mayor Bloomberg often talks about the need for evidence-based solutions if we were to meet society's toughest challenges. And that is what great universities are supposed to do. At Columbia's Earth Institute, our Lamont Doherty Earth Observatory, our Center for Children's Environmental Health, and at our School of Public Health, Columbia researchers are working to expand our understanding of climate change, its impact on our health, on our communities, and most important, what we can do about it. I recently learned that the term global warming was in fact coined right here at Columbia University approximately 40 years ago. Both our faculty researchers and administrators are proud partners in developing to help implement the mayor's groundbreaking Plan NYC. We are well on our way to achieving our 30% reduction in the university's greenhouse gas emissions by 2017, an ambitious but crucially important goal the mayor set for us. This is a commitment that we and our other sister institutions have entered into with enthusiasm. Our engineers and our applied science faculty are making possible the technological advances for developing sustainable energy and reducing greenhouse gases. This work, along with the pioneering research ranging from computer science to biomedical engineering, is part of what strong culture of technological transfer is about. For example, at Columbia, our Technology Transfer Office has contributed to New York City's economy through the licensing of approximately 50 deals a year of intellectual property, 12 new startup companies, and over 300 invention disclosures. I know I speak for President Bollinger in saying that Columbia is proud to be host of this collaboration and to join with the city and our academic partners in developing new opportunities for New York's entrepreneurs and new solutions to the city's unique urban challenges. New York has always been a place of big ideas, many of them fueled by our colleges and universities. Columbia has always taken its identity from being both in and of the city of New York. Today is a day to celebrate that bond and at what it will mean for the future of New York City and for Columbia. We're delighted to welcome you, and we thank the mayor once again for his leadership in creating clean technology for us and for our children. Thank you.
Thank you, Robert. I want to thank Dean Peña-Mora from the Fu Foundation School of Engineering and Applied Sciences at Columbia for his support of this initiative. And now I want to ask another founding member of the center, Jerry Hulton, the president of the Polytech Institute at New York University, for his comments about this new technology center. Jerry?
Thank you, Mayor. So thanks to the mayor, to Seth Pinsky for all you've done teaming up with us, to Fenny for hosting us today. New York City, like Columbia, is in and of the city. And I want to say, is there any doubt that this is a century in which the urban market is going to be a global bonanza? Think of this, in the next 20 years, the world will build more cities than in all of prior history. 400 million new citizens, urban citizens, will arise in China, 215 million in India, and here in the United States, we're expected to grow by another 100 million people by 2050. Most of those will live in the city. This means, for instance, listen to these statistics. In China, by 2030, there will be cities over 1 million people, 221. The United States has 9. In India, there will be 68 cities over 1 million people. In terms of mass transit, China will build 28,000 kilometers. That's 25 times the total trackage of the MTA in New York City. India will build about 7,400 kilometers, think of 45,000 miles. In square meters of road, China will build 5 billion square meters of roads. That's enough to cover Manhattan from Bowling Green to the tip of Manhattan 83 times in concrete. India will build about half that much, so we'll only do 40 Manhattans. So this is not just a global bonanza, I'll call it a global urbanza, and it's good for New York City. We have in New York City one big advantage over China and India, and that is our diversity and our innovation. Here are the numbers that dwarf China's. Basically, one culture in China. Here in Poly, students from 40 countries. In the city, the mayor often notes 140 languages spoken in our schools. Diversity has a big impact on innovation, which is the key to leading the economy. And in innovation, the mayor's already documented, and we've been part of, incubators, innovation centers, this center, the media center at Polytechnic. This is adding up to a whole vitality in this city, which really changes the place. Think of this, we now moved ahead of Boston in new venture deals, so only Silicon Valley beats out New York City. That's a shift in the right direction, and it has its impact. And now the mayor's upped the game, saying let's see a major new applied science campus built in this university. And they understand what I think is the secret, and by the way, a book written by a professor while he was at Columbia is worthy reading about what it takes to create an innovative economy. We have it in the United States. Others wish they did. But think of this. You tie science and engineering, which gives you great applied science to use to create new products. You get graduates who understand how to build companies. You tie that with venture capital. You tie that with an urban test bed like the mayor described, where you can do what you want to do and do it fast. You then have small companies and large companies like IBM teaming up to really take these products to a global market. And finally, you've got global capital in this city that knows how to move a small idea into a world-dominating idea. So for that reason, NYU and NYU-Poly is excited to be here taking this step forward. And Mayor, you can be sure we're prepared to do even more in the coming days. Thank you.
Sherry, thank you. And also with us today is Vice Chancellor for Research at the City University of New York, Julian Small. Julian?
Thank you. On behalf of CUNY, I'm pleased to join with our partners in thanking the Mayor and Seth Pinsky and the EDC for creating this opportunity for us. We're absolutely delighted to partner with Columbia University and with NYU-Poly and, of course, with IBM and other members of the business community on this project that will truly accelerate the deployment of sustainable technologies to our city's buildings. Under the leadership of distinguished Professor Buzz Paswell, who's been mentioned previously at our great engineering school at City College of CUNY, and the great work of Michael Bobka, the director of the CUNY the CUNY Institute for Urban Systems Buildings Performance Lab, we will foster research and entrepreneurship that can keep our buildings at the cutting edge of the global real estate market. Further, through our Building Performance Lab and others, we will continue to engage CUNY students in buildings-related research and green technologies. With the Center for Sustainable Energy at CUNY, we're working in green job training through initiatives such as New York City's Solar Cities Initiative, which CUNY is leading. Perhaps most important, under the umbrella of the Urban Technologies Innovation Center, we will collectively help to spur the local economy in creating jobs, and especially jobs in green technologies. This mission is a mission that CUNY is committed to. At CUNY, we have tripled grants and contracts in research over the last 10 years, And we're committed to translating that research into the marketplace and into the local economy. We also look forward, I'm really pleased that we are partnering with our academic institutions in the city on this initiative. And we believe at CUNY that this is something we should be doing more of, and we look forward to further future collaborations. Thank you.
Thank you. And let me introduce Dr. Jane Snowden, a senior researcher in clean energy technology at IBM.
On behalf of IBM, I would like to thank the mayor and Seth Pinsky from EDC and our university partners, Columbia, NYU, and CUNY, on this UTIC initiative. UTIC is consistent with IBM's strategy for smarter cities and smarter planet, and we look forward to collaborating together with the intellect from these leading institutions and in other industrial partners and startups in New York City to conduct research, development, and deployment and testing of new building technologies and advanced information technology, such as cloud and high-performance computing, advanced analytics, sensors, networks of sensors, and visualization. We feel that this partnership brings together key consortium members to really drive new innovation in this important field. And it will also help to drive new jobs and sustainability and energy efficiency improvements for the building owners and the real estate stock here in New York City. Thank you very much.
Jane, thank you. The city's real estate industry, as you know, is keenly interested in clean tech solutions to its energy needs. So I'd like to ask Jason Pizer, president of Trinity Real Estate, to comment on the creation of this new center. Jason?
Good morning. Mayor Bloomberg, Seth Pinsky at EDC. We've partnered to create an incubator at Trinity. What Trinity did is provide the space for NYU-Poly Tech to bring in small tech startups. And I'm here to tell you that the innovation, the growth happens very quickly. In under 3 years, we've seen 4 companies step out of the incubator into space and grow. So with Trinity having deep roots within New York City, 300 years, seeing sort of a technology incubator that'll create for the building industry is something we're very excited about. Again, we're here to congratulate the mayor and EDC and Columbia on this, and we look forward to seeing the innovation and hopefully growing that innovation very quickly. Thanks.
Jason, thank you. Before taking questions, let me just summarize today's announcement for our Spanish-speaking New Yorkers. Estamos creando un nuevo centro de innovación para tecnología ambiental que va a crear trabajos y asegurar que nuestra ciudad sea económicamente competitiva. And with that, we'll be happy to take some questions if anybody has any